What a night we had, you guys. It's your boy, Alex Ramos. This is the MMA and Boxing Addicts channel. And you guys, let's recap what happened tonight, man. We had an amazing night of fights and an amazing morning of fights, you guys. Let's go ahead and start off with UFC, you guys. If you guys weren't familiar, it was UFC Fight Night in Saudi Arabia between Israel Adesanya and Mmabob, you guys. Well, to begin that main card for the first fight of the night, you guys, we had Mike Davis taking on Faris Ziam. And let me tell you something, dude. Mike Davis, horrible fight IQ. The brother does not deserve to be in the UFC. I mean, the first minute of the fight, he decided to pull guard, I think 3 different times. And these weren't just like regular pull guards. You know, these were like, he's trying to shoot a takedown. He couldn't get it and decided to pull guard. I mean, absolute horrible, disastrous IQ from Mike Davis. And I'm pretty sure everybody that was watching the UFC, there's a lot of people that had Mike Davis winning that fight. And so did we. And he absolutely let us down. Horrible performance from Mike Davis, you guys. And then after that, we go up to the 4th fight of the night. We got Vinicius Oliveira taking on Said Nurmagomedov. And that fight was weird, man. I mean, what you would expect was Said to be the better wrestler and Vinicius to be the better striker in this fight. But Said Nurmagomedov decided that he wasn't going to wrestle in this fight. He was going to use his striking, his leg kicks to point his way to a victory. And it didn't work out for him. Vinicius Oliveira was getting his own takedowns in that fight, you guys. He was getting his own takedowns, looking like he was the better wrestler. Of course, didn't really land no big strikes or nothing like that, but he put his wrestling game on notice, you guys. And not just that, but he exposed Said Nurmagomedov. Brother needs to work on his wrestling takedown defense. I know he trains with the Dagestanian brothers out there, and he's a Russian wrestler, but you got controlled by Vinicius Oliveira, who's not even a wrestler, big striker, absolutely horrible performance from Said, but an amazing performance from Vinicius. He's showing us that not only is he a powerful striker, the dude has different gadgets to his game, and it's really impressive, man. Vinicius Oliveira with the unanimous decision victory, you guys. And then 3rd fight of the night, you guys, we had Sergey Pavlovich taking Jairzinho Rozenstruik, you guys. If you guys know, 2 heavyweights, both strikers. Sergey coming off that loss to Alexander Volkov. He needed this win in order to prove to the heavyweight division that he is still here. And he gets it, man. He wins himself to unanimous decision victory over Jairzinho Rozenstruik, where Jairzinho just looked like the smaller, shorter reach guy. I think Sergey had a 10-inch reach advantage on him. I believe it was 8 inches. Absolutely just working in the advantage for Sergey, because the way he fights, man, he was just fighting from the outside, using his 1-2, 1-2, 3-4s, standing up tall, staying behind those long arms. And Rozenstruik was having a tough time trying to get in the inside. He didn't want to be like Joaquin Buckley or Mike Tyson, which he needed to be to fight this guy. You got to bob and weave, work your way into Sergey's jab, and then counter him. Now, easier to be said than done. I know you don't want to get knocked out doing that, you guys, but yeah, man. So Sergey gets the unanimous decision victory, guys. Then we head to the co-main event with Michael Venom Page taking on Shara Magomedov, you guys. And man, that was a really good fight, you guys. Shara, you know, trying to show why he's proved to be in the UFC. He had a tough match last night, man. He's going against Michael Venom Page. This guy is an Olympian karate guy, a karate master. The guy looks like Leona Machida in here. Also looks like a superhero anime character. The way he covers ground, the way he fights with his hands down. MVP, man, showing a great display of his kickboxing once again. And man, I'm absolutely impressed with MVP, you guys. You guys know he's coming off that loss to Ian Gary, where honestly, he would have won that fight if he would have just stopped about 1 or 2 takedowns from Ian Gary. But hey, that's MMA, that's UFC, and that's how things go, you guys. So MVP gets the unanimous decision victory over Shara in Saudi Arabia, you guys. And then last but not least, we get to the main card for Israel Adesanya. And oh, did he let this channel down? We had Shamil Ghaziov, Hamdi Dawali, and then Izzy. $30 to win $180. All we needed was David Benavidez to win. He got the win. So what do we need? We needed Izzy to get the W. And let me tell you, man, in the first round, he looked like the better fighter. Great takedown defense, better than we've seen before. Good striking, staying from the outside. But like I said, I think that reach and tallness of Nasruddin actually worked in his favor. If you guys know, Israel's used to fighting shorter, smaller guys. I know Jukis de Plus isn't that small, but he's used to beating up on guys like Robert Whittaker, Calvin Gastelum, just smaller guys, man. And when he fights somebody who's his height and his aggressiveness, his strongness, he starts to have problems, you guys. And that's exactly what happened right here. Nasruddin Imavov gets the TKO victory in round 2. And it was a deadly one, you guys. He just throws a big right hand. Israel just get put out, falls to the floor, trying to survive, doesn't know where he's at. Imavov lands a big ground and pound, finishes him. And what a win for Imavov. Francis Imavov is now at the top, you guys. He just beat Israel Adesanya, a man who used to hold the bout and was fighting for the bout for 6 years straight before this fight. But what does that mean for Izzy? Let me know in the comments what you guys think Izzy should do and who he should fight next. I think he should take a break, man. He's coming off 3 straight losses. And these are bad losses, you know what I mean? A unanimous decision victory loss to Sean Strickland. You know, Sean, man, that's a mentality loss. Then a Dricus du Plessis submission, and now you're getting knocked out by Imavov. Oh, Izzy, I wish you the best of luck, my brother, but you got a lot of things to work on. We're going to go ahead and see what's going on with Izzy in the future, you guys. But congratulations to Imavov. And not the most exciting UFC card, especially for Saudi Arabia, but what a great way to end the card. And shout out to everybody that was in Saudi Arabia supporting the UFC. We got to see Hasbullah in there, which was amazing. And yeah, man, shout out to everybody who was watching the stream while I was live streaming. Props to you guys. Shout out to you, my friends. Now that we're done talking about UFC, let's go ahead and fast forward to boxing. Last night, we did a live stream for David Benavidez versus David Morrell. And man, what a successful night we had, you guys. One of the best live streams we had. We had over 1,000 viewers, 30 concurrent viewers, everybody commenting. Some people won money. Amazing, amazing night, you guys. It was a 4-fight main card. And what I would say is one of the most exciting main cards that I have seen in boxing history, you guys. Packed with action-packed Mexican fighters. To open up the card, we had Jesus Vamos Ramos Jr. taking on Banana Rosario. And man, Jesus Ramos, bro, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm not just saying this because my name is Alex Ramos. I'm saying this because I'm a big Jesus Ramos fan. He looked amazing in that fight, you guys. Man, he wasn't being over aggressive, you know, leaving his head there opening to get shot by counter shots. He was coming forward, landing clean combinations. Head, body, hook to the body, hook to the head. Absolutely looking amazing in that fight. He ends up getting the TKO knockout in round 8, you guys. And I'm telling you right now, Jesus Ramos Jr. looked impressive. At 23 years old, the sky's the limit for Jesus Vamos Ramos. On this channel, we're carrying his career. We're going to be keeping up with Jesus for every single fight until he becomes a main event. And I can't wait, you guys. Now, after the Jesus Ramos fight, man, we had ourselves probably what should have been the co-main event. Probably one of the greatest fights in history. I'm not just saying ever. I'm saying in history. Another barn burner between two Mexicans. Angel Ferrer going up against Pitbull Cruz. And I'm going to be honest. Hey, if you guys have something else to say, leave a comment in the comment, all right? Pitbull did not win that fight. He did not win that fight. Brother got the decision win, but I'm telling you right now, Angel Ferrer won that fight. Dude, Angel started bombing on Pitbull Cruz towards the end of the fights. There were rounds where he had Pitbull hurt. I know Pitbull was also bombing on Angel Ferrer, but second half of that fight, man, Angel Ferrer was putting it on Pitbull, landing more punches, landing combinations, pushing Pitbull, making him back up. And it did not look like a clean match for Pitbull Cruz like we're used to seeing. Now, Pitbull is coming off that loss to Jose Venezuela. Now he's coming off the win to this guy. But to be honest, I don't think he won that fight, man. I think he's going to go back into his corner. He's going to go back into his training, and he's going to go work on some things. Because one thing about Pitbull is the second he starts to face somebody who's a real good, slick counter boxer, he starts having problems, man. We've seen that with Jose Venezuela, and Angel Ferrer is not even that slick. And we got to see that last night with Angel. So one thing that I got off that fight, man, was I'm a huge Angel Ferrer fan. We're going to be keeping up with him and his next fights. Why? Because he puts on nothing but barn burners. I have watched his career. This dude, if you're not familiar with Angel Ferrer, go look at the way he fights, man. I knew that going into this fight, him and Pitbull were going to have one of the most amazing fights ever. And that's exactly what we got. Two Mexicans going at it. True classic right there. Now, going into the co-main event, we had Brandon Figueroa taking on Stephen Fulton Jr. And hey, man, to start off that fight, I was a little flabbergasted, man. Stephen Fulton comes out with blue denim shorts and Timberland shoes. Yes, I said it. Go look at the pictures on Google. Go out, go rewatch the fight, you guys. Brother fought in some Timberland shoes and some blue denim shorts. I thought it was sick, man. I thought that was tight. He's trying to look like he's from the hood. You know what I mean? He came out with that one fool who's like one of the craziest rappers on earth. That guy is like from one of the worst places on earth, the drug place, Zombieland place. So Stephen Fulton was definitely feeling like he was the man. Coming into this fight with the Timberlands, he put a good display of boxing on, you guys. Went to unanimous decision. Figueroa was not able to do what he was able to do in that first fight. It doesn't look like he was able to plant his feet and release those combos cleanly and with the same snap that they did in the last fight. Maybe that's due to because this fight was happening at a heavier division than it was in the last fight. And maybe Figueroa wasn't as fast. A lot of people had Figueroa winning this fight. But Stephen Fulton came in here and showed a good display of boxing, staying behind that jab. Nice little counters. And every single time that they got on the inside, he was doing good work, which you would think is a Figueroa spot. Fulton was doing good work on the inside, man. Nice little clean punches. Good. He was picking his punches real nice. Boom, boom, getting out of there. Boom, 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 getting out of there. And real clean performance from Stephen Fulton Jr., man. I'm excited to see him in the future and see what his next matchup will be against. That being said, you guys, last fight of the night, the main card, El Monstro, David Benavidez took on David Morrell in an all-time classic fight, you guys. Again, David Benavidez gets the decision victory. But hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, man, when they were announcing those scorecards, bro, I really didn't expect who they were gonna say who was winning the fight. It was such a good fight that when I was watching it, it was pretty hard to judge, man. But I know I had David Benavidez winning the early rounds. Now, don't get me wrong. I think Morrell got some rounds. He was bombing on Benavidez at times too, showing his heart, showing his relentlessness. And I got respect for David Morrell after this fight, man. You know, I was a fan of him before the fight started. But he's taking on El Mexican Monster, David Benavidez. Of course, I'm going to go for David Benavidez. But like I said, I'm impressed with David Morrell, man. Even though he got that loss, he's shown and proved that he deserves to be in there with some of the best in the world. Now, David Benavidez, good performance. You know, he's going up weight. You know, he has to get used to these bigger guys, you know. But hey, he put on a really good performance for a guy who only has 15 amateur fights. You're taking on an Olympian who had like 350 amateur fights, one loss, 2 losses or something like that. Of course, David Morrell should be the cleaner technical boxer, but that's not what it looked like, man. In this fight, David Benavidez was putting the pressure, landing big punches, nice counters, hitting David Morrell with everything he got. Morrell's face was messed up. So was Benavidez's, but I still think Benavidez edged his way to a victory as he got the more damaging shots, man. So like I said, David Benavidez victory, Pitbull Cruz robbery victory, Jesus Ramos Jr. victory, Stephen Fulton got the victory, Farid Siam beat Mike Davis for UFC, MVP beat Shara Magomedov, Vinicius Oliveira beat Saeed Nurmagomedov, and to finish it off, Israel Adesanya lost by TKO in round 2 to Mmabob, you guys. So that's pretty much the weekend recap. I believe Cody Rhodes did win the WWE Royal Rumble. So that's pretty huge right there. That's pretty huge, man. But I think that's pretty much it right there, you guys, for February 1st's weekend recap. This is my first weekend recap video, guys, for UFC and boxing. So thank you for watching. If you made it this far, please leave a like. Please subscribe, you guys. And let me know in the comments what you guys think about UFC 312 coming up. Dricus du Plessis versus Sean Strickland. And hey, let me know who you think's going to win tonight. Sunday night boxing against Clarissa Shields versus Banks, man. I know Clarissa Shields going up weight classes to fight this girl. If you watch the weigh-in, she is so much smaller than Banks. Banks looks like an absolute heavyweight in there. So yeah, man, should be a barn burner of the fight. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And we'll see you possibly Wednesday when we shoot the podcast. And if not, we'll see you on Saturday, you guys, for the live UFC 312 live stream here with the MMA and Boxing Addicts channel. I'm your boy, Alex El Vamos Ramos, and I can't wait to see you during the week, you guys. Again, please leave a like on the video, leave a comment, and I appreciate you guys so much, fam. I'm out.